San Francisco values to Wisconsin values and implied that those values had been lost in this state. Do you agree that the optics of that do not look good in a state that has turned from purple to slightly red over the recent years?
We have lost the values of fair and independent courts in our state. We have strayed from that, and that has happened for the last decade, and that is because the special interest money is buying justice or a justice. That special interest money is trying to do the same thing here, spending over $1.5 million on my opponent's race. That is what we have lost along the way, and we need to get it back in Wisconsin. This is our opportunity to get back to a fair and independent court that we used to have a decade ago.
Is that the only San Francisco value that you'd like to bring to Wisconsin?
There are many things that we all care about as a country. What I'm running for in this race is to talk about getting back to fair and independent courts. Courts that will protect the rights of all of us as opposed to do the bidding of special interests.
Will you, if the case over the special elections gets to the Supreme Court, will you recuse yourself from that case?
Yes. And that is the difference between me and my opponent. There is a group that has been spending money on my race. I now see the extent to that. This is before the election, and I am making a commitment, as should be made, to recuse myself from any case where a large amount of money like that is spent on my race. That is in sharp contrast to my opponent, who is the recipient of over $1.5 million from different special interest groups and refuses to make any commitment about stepping off of those cases.
You said you named the groups that you'd like him to recuse himself from. Which groups are you specifically talking about that you would recuse yourself from those cases?
My understanding is that there is a group that is Eric Holder's group that has spent a significant amount of money on this race. That is the group that I know of. That has spent significant amount of money, and because of that, I make the commitment to recuse myself from any case involving that group. My opponent has had money spent by the largest business lobby in our state, and that is to the tune of $1.5 million to date. He has had money spent by the NRA on his race, and he has had hundreds of thousands of dollars spent by the Republican Party. Those are the groups I know of that have spent large amounts of money on his race, and he should make the commitment to recuse himself from any case involving those groups.
Are you basically, I've heard you through two debates, are you basically calling the Supreme Court corrupt?
I am saying that we have a broken system, that when you have a court that is not stepping off of cases where $2.25 million were spent by a party sitting in front of the case, it doesn't look fair and it doesn't give people confidence. And it's not something I'm just saying. This is something that when you go around Wisconsin the way I have, you talk to people throughout the state, people understand this, they feel it, they get it, and they do not have confidence in our Supreme Court because of it.
Chuck, you got a question?
Just, have you said that phrase used today, they're buying him? Have you said that before?
I have said buying justice or a justice, and there was a huge amount of money dropped on my opponents on this campaign on Friday. So I am now aware, as I said, I don't have specific numbers, but I know that about $1.5 million has been spent by our largest business lobby, and that's being spent on my opponent's race, and that this money is expecting him to do the bidding of that group, as has been done in the past.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.